Hey, I'm Kev welcome back to MotoGP 19 and the season finale. As it's round 19, the Gran Premio Modo della Comunità Valenciana. Round the circuit, Ricardo Tomo. I just apologise to all the Spaniards out there. Stone is looking to join Connect de la Porta, Antone, Mazia, Vietti, Binder, Mino, Arbolona, McPhee in the top 10 ahead of Rodrigo, Tuba, Fernandez, Cornfield and Suzuki. Someone has turned the sprinklers on for qualifying. 5 laps to make it through the qualifying too. And we definitely need all of them if recent form is suggested. It's gone. Look at how nice the tarmac is. That first corner out. We like the wet. We've got a very different set compared to the dry as well. It is a bit softer on the front especially, so a bit more of a responsive bike. Should hopefully lead to a good result here in qualifying. A bit like Aston maybe in the wet. Definitely like that. Don't seem to be keeping up the ride in front at least. That's a good indication. And not as many issues getting on the brakes as well. Maybe at the end phase again. But initially much smoother, much better. Gets up nice and hard on the exit. Through the sweepers. God, this right-hander feels like it goes on forever. Just waiting to get on that power. Very tricky right-hander there as well. Got to be careful not going too tight, clipping that Socha curb on the inside. So easy to do that. And then into the final corner, got to make sure you're not going in too deep. Because you're going downhill. And so your bike's just forced away from the apex to try and pinch it too much. It's 51.2. Continues cruising round, Stone, and we'll take that. It's already braked much later into the first corner. And Suzuki sets a 50.4. So a bit wide. Seven tenths down, no surprise there. Again, the brake's just locking up there. Bit messy now. Maybe try and just get a gap to the riders in front, Stone. As we get it, you don't like getting on a power too early. 49.5 from Ramirez. 1.3. Now, good thing with these wet tyres, they don't really wear. Like, you could literally ride on these all day, it feels like. Because we've got just under 10 minutes to go. So, bike understeering. Now, going with those different types of, especially suspension settings, could lead to trouble. So I'm just trying to back it up. It sounds like someone wants to play behind, which is not good. It's 2.5 seconds, so but that was a shocking lap, so no surprise. Nicely into the apex. Just 3 tenths back in the first set to very nice. As well, what are you doing, teammate? Got teammate wars already, it's just qualifying. See, no respect for the number one, is there anymore? For Stone. It's not my number one anymore, says Sasaki. And I said strong rumours he probably won't be with the team next season for Stone. He's been seen talking to everyone, including the caterers, so you never know what is going to happen to Stone for next season. Still just a 10th back. Is this consistent at least, this that? Just get going. Yeah, we get it. He's gone a bit wide. So is this under the 1 minute 50 bar? It's going to be very close. It is 49.4. Niku's a pocket rocket. So Sasaki behind. It's invalid that we're going back in for suspension changes. So here we go, the new improved Petronas Spiritor going for 2 more laps in qualifying 1. And it's on shoes to load that bar again, 49.1. We could be approaching the 48s here. So again, we've made the bike just a bit more willing to move around. So made it a bit more softer. That's a pickle, really. Just quarter second behind. It's looking good. And there is the 48 from on shoot. So the track is quickening up. Need to be out here. Defend at least this 3rd place. So going nicely on the power. And up. That's what we like to see. I was about to say, it definitely has improved the bike, just being much smooth on the power now. And 3/10. Oh, he's found pace. The rain dance has worked. Bit wide for the right. That's cost him a couple of tenths. He's going to be nervous towards the line. Oh, he's hit an apex. As he might not need the second lap. Is this a 47? No, surely not. 48.4. Welcome back to the party, Stone. It's only been like 3 races. Or 4. No, 5 races, hasn't it? My God, they've been racking up, haven't they? Lost count. But yeah, those suspension changes seem to have worked, making the bike more precise. Getting a bit niftier. As on shoot immediately back quicker. We've seen them battle in races recently on occasion, Stone and Onchu. Now they're doing it in qualifying here. Final lap for Stone, remember. So going nicely on the power, that's much better. This should be even quicker. Oh yes. Oh yes. Then nicely out braking himself. Oh yeah. Still 2 tenths up. Remember, he messed up this right-hander majorly. Bit wide again. But I think he saved the 10th on this occasion. Well, it's very good braking into this final corner. Want to power even earlier. As he goes towards the line. Is it going to be a 47? Not quite, but it's a 48 too. Take that, KTM. As it is Stone at the top. He loves the sprinklers. Ahead of Onshu, and it was a battle between those two in qualifying, one with Foggia and Salak. Well done to the Czech rider ahead of Ramirez. It's going to be fun following this race. From the 7th row as he's got the Japanese rider and Lopez on home turf. Then Sasaki, he looked strong, didn't he? Behind Stone, but just did not get the lap together along with Fanati and Bufamos. Then Arenas, Rossi and Masaki. Garcia, Yachenko, of course, Perez in last. So here goes Stone then. 2 efforts in qualifying 2 to grab a pole at the end of the year. Has Della Porta has it at the moment 51.7 for the champ. Which is poor that time. That's how you slide a bike into the first corner. Might not look it on board, but boy do we feel it. Now we've made slight adjustments again to the setup. Taking a bit more trail out. And half a second up, that's more like it. So yeah, just taking a bit of trail out because I want this bike even more responsive. I want it to react before I can react. I don't know how that's possible, but that's what I want. And that is what Stone is getting at the moment. 1.4. Now, of course, lap times are going to increase majorly in these last couple of minutes. I do expect 48s, maybe even 47s, just popping out of nowhere now. Where's Onshu when you need him? We're talking about you can. .2. Oh god, taking that trail, it seems to be working. God, bike feels alive. Of course, it's quick as well compared to everyone at the moment who's posted very slow markers, even though we're missing apexes for fun on this lap. Now watch this lap time when we hit the apexes, okay? 49 flat, that's not going to be good enough. Final lap. Oh, there we go. That's how you hit an apex. Did up from the start to Mo Stone. The braking is not as much an issue in the wet as well. Now, I'm not sure if that's like Circuit Pacific as well as... There we go, 48-1. That's more like it, Della Porta. Player 2 has entered. Player 3 has entered. Here comes Antonelli with a 48 for that. So 47 is definitely possible. A bit cautious there, into the left. Stead up! But second sector seems to be Stones. That's his. There it is, 47. Oh, front end. Where you going, man? He's still just up. Bit wide on the right, but he's gotten the power smoothly enough. Don't chase the bike ride. He'll nail the braking, Stone. Nailed it. Oh, so that's nailed. And now it's all about the straight line speed as the checkered flag has come out. Do we have it? We do! 47.5. Take that, Mino and Antonelli. Take that, everyone. What a return to form in qualifying at least. But he did qualify well in Matega, I think it was. We don't talk about the race. Then we got Mazia Suzuki in the top 5 ahead of Canet. Not a good qualifying for the home heroes. So Della Porta, Rodrigo and Tuba rounding out the third row. Binder rounding out the top 10 of Vietti and Foggia. In Arbolino, Kornfeld and Salak. The Czechs together on the 5th row. McPhee down in 16th. Fernandez on shoe. You missed you, buddy. What are you doing down in 18th? As no, it's dry for the race. Why? As medium soft for Mino, mediums for Antonelli on the front row. Lots of mediums out there. Soft medium, or medium soft, shall we say, of Barbelono. Same for McPhee. Looking further down. Lots of mediums. Fanati, sensible guy, soft medium. A medium. A medium. And soft medium for Garcia. Let's look at this clear track in front of us. First time in a while, Stone gets underway from pole. 12 laps of Valencia underway. Let's head towards the first corner. You know how to brake for this, Stone. Whack it down to 3rd gear. Don't get whacked as well. That's good, but someone's got to run on the inside. Stone holds on. Gets the apex. Now how about the exit? Canet not making the move. Oh, he is. Oh, he's been hit, Stone. Shoved wide. Stone having none of it, but here comes Antonelli anyway. It's begun. Oh, Stone fighting back here, though. As Ramirez back into the points. 14th in Barcelona. Look at this speed. Stone go for it. No. Cadet says no. That's Minardi ahead of Lopez. Rossi ahead of Garcia. Stone ahead of Canet. To the tight right. Not quite. Not quite. But poor getaway from Canet. Stone dives it into the fast right. Missed the apex, but that forces Canet to go wide. Stone takes the lead. But he's under attack from all corners behind. As he goes into the apex. They just sweep round his outside. That's now Antonelli's turn to lead as he go across the stripe for the first time. Just 11 laps to go. And you've got Mino, Suzuki rounding out the top 5. Therefore to Mazia, Foggia. Is that Salak? In 9th. And in Tuba. A Stone round the outside of Canet. God, you give him brakes at work and look at him. Getting his big balls out on show. Now trying to get past the Italian. And plus it helps that the curves around here in Valencia don't actually mind if you ride them. You can ride anything here. It's great. And Stone with a reminder for the teams out there. No contract signed at the moment. So hey, if you want a good ride in Moto 3, maybe even set up the Moto 2, here he is. And he takes a look at the Italian. Oh, look at the run. Oh, he gets into the back of the Sync 58 machine. Runs wide as a consequence. Oh, that first right is so dependent into the second right as well. It's a bit like those corners at Massano. A bit like Massano. Stone got a great run out of them. Not as good breaking into the final corner though. Very good accelerating. So it goes in the toe. He crossed the line 44.8. Zaza's 45 flat. Stone wants champagne, goddammit. Antonelli trying to do the cutback. Oh, he's done the hit behind instead. Very clumsy from the Italian. The Stone gets quarter of a second added on. He did that line the previous lap, didn't he? Obviously, the steward's a bit disgruntled. Had money on Antonelli winning, I'm guessing. But it doesn't matter. That's a gap he can maintain to the line from that final corner, I assume. Because he's got that gap at the moment. He loves that second sector, man. If you could mass any sector on the calendar at the moment, it'd be this second sector in Valencia. You settle down, make a couple of sectors with that sector, and then it'd be a whole circuit, then he might be able to win round. It's going to be the case at the moment. It's Antonelli still 7/10 back. Needs to get this right-hander now. That's better. Oh, that's much better. So even that exit curb, he might want to gobble you up, it sounds like, but you can still get over that pretty nicely. As he head towards the line then, this is a new fastest lap from Stone. I think it might be 44.2. As Antonelli Connect, Mino and Suzuka left in his wake. Della Porte down in 6th. Mazio in 7th. Ramirez up to 13th ahead of Vietti, or not. As first sectors is not Stone, it's this sector here, which is his. Taking it forward to stay a bit of a right line into that right-hander. It's not so much these two right-handers, it's this left-hand and this back straight where he makes up the time. Seems like. So confident. See, it's probably all set up along this because I've gone for a softer setup and it's just working well. Well, it does when you actually brake for the corner. But this is exactly the same setup we used in qualifying. It's working like a dream. Stone parks his bus on the apex there. No way through for Anthony and co. Bit of an interesting line, Stone. I didn't know he was into circuit design. Once again, rebuffing Antonelli. Now this would be a good test for the final lap if he can hold on, because this has been a poor lap. 45.6. Now, does he have a quarter of a second lead? Oh, I didn't even bother to say. I'm guessing not, though. Because it sounds like this bike is breathing down the neck of Stone. It's like early in the season in those Brno races where he's didn't quite have the pace of the front runners, but was holding on. Now he's got the pace of the front runners. He is holding on. Let's keep it in second. Let's save some tyres, shall we? So he's not so dependent on getting down the first side because he's got the braking back again. But they have definitely changed something because now the settings have to be soft. Like softer than they were before. And after trying to research this online, I can't find anything about the bikes being changed in performance for Milestone. Anything at all. Even though they definitely have been. Plus I haven't seen anything about patches or anything as well. Because I normally release them every couple of weeks at the moment, but it's been, at least since the last official patch, almost 3 weeks now. Yes, hello, Antonelli. So that's definitely what Stone doesn't want to do in the final lap. Yeah, just a tenth of a second ahead, he'll lose the win. As Ramirez and Vietti still battling over 13th. But yeah, they definitely have changed something if we now need a very soft setup. I won't say very soft, but a setup requires a very responsive bike now compared to before. And I said much more rear brake to be used too. As Binder here is for KTM runner on shoot. Oh, that's an exit. Oh, enjoy that, fans on the right hand side. Got nuts, and they don't appreciate a good exit, do they? I would have thought being a season value would have, you know, gotten used to good exits, but obviously not. Okay, just planting the bike on the apex. As we head into the second half of the race, Stone is winning. I didn't think I'd be saying those words again this season after the recent run. But he's just holding off Antonelli, Canet, Mino, Del Porta, Mazia and Suzuki. The top 7 are away from everyone else. That's well, where you going, bike? Wide from Stone, that's allowed Antonelli by, he's been hit. Hit by Canet, hit by, who's that behind? Hit by Mazia. No, Mino it is. Stone gets back round the outside of Spaniards. As Ramirez has dropped down to 14th, or 15th, should I say, behind on shoot. Or not. Not racing through the field today. Stone chasing back up to Antonelli. I was conserving tyres. I'm coming for you now. Suzuki up to 4th ahead of Mino. Oh my god, bike. So there you go, nice acceleration, just 4 tenths behind. Definitely got some slipstream to catch. Once again, despite running slightly right, got a much better exit out of that right-hander. Slightly deep, no, Stone. Told you don't chase that corner, you let it come to you. He chased it on that occasion. 45.6. Still got a top 7 Del Porta down to all the way down. Stone braking very deep for the first corner. Not quite got the exit though. Looking down the inside of Antonelli now. He's got a first place fever at the moment. Wants it back quickly. And oh, that's a run. Down the inside. Pinched the pocket of the Italian. Don't need to be conserving tyres. Seem to be going very well at the moment. So the bike gave him some grief again, getting on a power through that corner. This is definitely the toughest section of the track. Just having a constant hold on to the bike, but with this setup, it's working. See, and I always thought I was rubbish at setups. I've actually found one that works amazingly. If only we had this in Malaysia, Phillip Island, etc, etc. I don't know why you're braking 10 years too early for the final cornerstone. He's giving them false hope, isn't he? He's actually got 4 laps. Back into the 44s finally. Still got a top 7 that have broken away. As well, a bit wide in the first corner. As Ramirez back up to the 13th. Vietti, he's decided to go forward again. Oh, hit the curb. That's poor. Very poor. Able to hold on to the next corners as Vietti's 40th, Ramirez is 50th. There's on-tube jump both of them. No, they're back to 13th and 14th. What is going on down there? Make your minds up. Make your minds up, Vietti and Ramirez. My God. Really are disputing 13th. I didn't realise it was such a treasured position to this race. But the Italian wants it one corner, the Spaniard wants it the next. And Onchi's just got the popcorn out in 15th, waiting for them to trip over themselves. Oh my God, he actually hit the apex of the right hander. Accelerate! As this might be Stone's best lap for a while, I think. Better than that 44.6. No, not quite. 44.9. This is Antonelli, Canet, Mino, Suzuki in the top 5. Japanese driver, not ruling him out yet. Driver, rider, I mean. He's definitely driving that bike to success. His teammates still hunting down Stone for this win. And Stone can't just cling him off. Just hear you everywhere, Antonelli. Stop it. Stone goes a bit wide there. But he's got to run on the outside. Teasing Antonelli again. So he knows it's the hope that kills them. Oh no! It kills Stone. As the front cooked. As he's 2.5 seconds back. Oh no! And it's a hope that killed Stone. The chance of a first victory since Silverstone, just his third. A Moto 3 level. Vanquished in the blink of an eye. 2.4, but Antonelli's going to win at the moment. Eda Canet and Mino. But you know, Stone will be trying like a hell. You can see he's already extending everywhere. 1.9 back. He's actually gained quite a lot on this lap. What is going on? Are they just slowing it down in front? Oh, you can see all 6 of them in front. Oh, it's taken a second. Oh, it's still possible for Stone to get a top 5 maybe. What? What the hell is going on here? 1.3, but he's half the gap. That's why you don't hit the inside of that curb. Still great acceleration. Nice and smooth enough on the power. .43.8, where's he pulled out of his arse? He's had this pace all along. Stone chasing an improbable victory here. Yeah, and he gets no corner cut time penalty for that, even though he did early in the race. Okay. So he's not quite in the slipstream on this final lap, half of that to go here of the season. So Stone could get to the porter. So he accelerates. And now just 4 tenths back. It's through the long left into the final corner. Oh, he had to let go of the brakes. He tried, but he does get 7th in the end. As Antonelli wins. Great end to the season though, yeah, you're disappointed. As Antonelli wins by just 2 tenths of the Connect, and Mina for the 2 tenths back, Suzuki for the 2 tenths back, 3 tenths back to Mazda, 2 tenths back to their Porter, and 2.3 seconds back to disappointed Stone in the end, but it's his best result since that podium in Misano. He's ended the ride, and he's ended on a good note this season, apart from the fall, of course. But look at that fastest lap. That is much more on form as Fogger in 8th. Salak! He scored points in the final race of the season. What a performance from the Czech rider ahead of Tuba, Rodrigo, Kornfeld, Ramirez winning that battle ahead of Onshu, and Vietti, who dropped back in the end. Just ahead of Binder by 7 tenths. Has McPhee down in 19th. What happened to the Scot in the race? Has round out the top 20 for Nati. Sasaki down in 26th. So Stone did well, while his teammates had shockers. So in the end, in the Riders' Championship, it's Stella Portu won by 31 points ahead of Antonelli. He comes ahead of Canet by 2 points. Then Mazia Mino rounds out the top 5 ahead of Suzuki. Stone back up to 7th by a single point ahead of Ramirez. In the end of a up and down season, but I think a top 7 is perhaps justified. Then we've got Rodrigo, Tuba, Binder, McPhee, Vietti, Arbolono, Fogger up to 50th ahead of Onshu, Kornfeld up to 70th ahead of Booth Amos. Remember when he scored points? Same for Garcia as well. And at the top 20, Salak up to 24th. Out of 27 riders that scored, Ralph Fernandez last of them, just Masaki, Yachenko and Perez did not. And in the team championship, look who stole it in the end. So it's a double top 5. The Sink 58th ahead of the Airpod by 3 points. Incredible championship it's been for the teams, with Buster Caltru by just 13 points further back in 3rd. The Max Racing a bit lonely in 4th, same for Petronas Spiritu in 5th. Then we've got Sky Racing Team VR46 up to 6th in the head of Green Power, who clung on to 7th ahead of Honda Team Asia by 2 points. And a further 6 points back to Grassini and 12 points back to Spikers round up top 10. Special GP ahead of KTMIO in the end for 11th. Estrella Galitza in 13th. And getting out of 14th. Well, Skull Rider in the Vintia did not score. So for Stone, everything was achieved. The qualifying, the race, and the championship objective as well. Finishing inside the top 20. So he's got to pick his favourite team again, does he? So we got to do this at the end of every season then? That seems a bit strange. Should we still stick with... I think we chose Aprilia, didn't we? Should we stick with that? And transfer window time. So, their offers in the Red Bulls Rookie Cup. Max Racing to be the team leader. Leopard Racing, remember they just won the championship of the Day of Porter, to be the team leader. And then a step up to Moto2 with Kiefer Racing right at the back of the field. But to be a team leader. Or he can stick with a Trojan Spear to be their team leader. And they expect a podium in every race and to reach at least third place in the championship. One good season and they get demanding. So for Kiefer, they want at least 25th place in the championship. Leopard, as you pops would expect from a top team, they want a podium every race and third in the championship. Top 5 for Max Racing and 5th in the championship. Or you could go back to Red Bull Rookie Cup, expect at least 25th in the championship. Something went wrong there, I think. Something went wrong. God, it's tempting to step up to Moto2, isn't it? Because in the struggles we've had in Moto3, but we just found out a way to be decent at Moto3 again. Does he want to make it a bit of a busy party at Leopard, or does he want to share the baton with Canet to chase after them? Look at the difference in performance though. If he wants to get a podium every race, it should be Leopard, shouldn't it? And as I said, it's been a 2-year plan in Moto3. First year just to see what we can do. Following year to win the championship. So it's a bit unrealistic, isn't it? Jumping onto the Leopard race. And it is unrealistic to see Stone win races, I think, after what he did the final third of the season. So I'm guessing we have to develop the bikes as well. Let's have a challenge. Let's go with Max Racing. Let's switch allegiance. And let's join Arnold Canet. In Qatar next time, we do have to develop the bike, as you can see, engine and frame to get developed. The curtains up, the new season about to get underway. The schedule will start as usual with the Saturday night race. Mark is aiming for the title, but Dolby and Rossi won't give in easily. Remember, Rossi's the reigning champ. Well, Moto2, Moto3, they're also starting as usual. Many new faces and a lot of interest in discovering this year's new favourites. Or it's just exactly the same as last year. Apart from Stone moving. As in technical corner, Stone's track engineer speaks, retrusting Kev for his riding skills as well as his testing abilities. Did he watch last season? I don't think he did. As bike development, it is going really well this year with him in the saddle. We haven't even begun it, and he's praising us. He's drunk the Kool-Aid of Stone Tower. As can he rise to the top next time in the first round of the season in Qatar, ahead of his experienced teammate in Canet. This is going to be a feisty battle, I tell you, between these two. Hopefully with the Leopard pair for Central, at least with Della Porto, with Antonelli as well from Sync 58, and Mazia from Buster Capital to buy. Maybe even Mino if he can kind of shuffle in there as well, the Italian a bit more. We're getting the top 5. So start for watching. And let's head to Qatar in a new season next time.